Revealed, the heartwarming moment a shivering girl discovers life-changing hope from a child's unbreakable spirit. The winter winds howled through Maplewood, catching the breath of every child in the small Midwestern town. For 12-year-old Lily, the chill settled deeper than mere cold. It formed heavy clouds over her heart. With her mother working long shifts at the diner, every moment felt like a fight against the looming eviction notice. They struggled to ignore. It was a dark cloud hovering over them, threatening to burst at any moment. On this particularly frigid evening, while helping her mother with errands, the weight of their struggles bore down on Lily like a 1,000-pound stone. As she wandered down Main Street, her fingers numb, she spotted a flicker of warmth, a community coat drive, banners strung with cheerful lights dancing in the wind. Lily approached cautiously, drawn by the laughter of children, their coats bright spots against the rust-colored brick of the old library. The retired veteran overseeing the drive, Mr. Carter, greeted her with a kind smile. "Need a coat, sweetheart?" he asked, his warm voice feeling like a hug. She nodded shyly, her heart raced with embarrassment and hope intertwining. Digging through the piles, she found a coat, an oversized puffy blur of purple, but it fit snugly once she slipped it on. As she turned, another girl, Emma, stood beside her, brushing a stray hair from her icy cheeks. Their eyes met, and a silent understanding blossomed. "I like your coat," Emma chirped, and just like that, they fell into easy conversations, two girls whose hearts were weighed down by similar shadows, yet radiated a flicker of light in the dark. Yet, as that first spark ignited a blossoming friendship, a misunderstanding shadowed it. A cruel remark from a passing boy tarnished their moment, twisted in the grip of insecurity. Emma, feeling hurt, turned away, leaving Lily feeling abandoned and isolated. Clenching her fists, frustration boiled inside her. Their shared experiences had brought them closer, but now, she felt more alone than ever before, surrounded by a community rallying for warmth that evaded her grasp. As eviction notices piled up at home, an ember of resistance began to spark inside Lily. Why couldn't they showcase the talents of kids just like her, facing their challenges together? With newfound passion, she decided to organize a talent showcase in the old school gym. It would be a tapestry woven from struggles and strengths, resilience crowning each performance. The day came alive with palpable excitement as kids rehearsed their acts, the gym dimming, buzzing with potential. But as she stood at the microphone, anxiety twisted her stomach. Just as her heart began to pour out into her words heartfelt stories of hope, compassion, and unity, she spotted Emma at the back of the room, their eyes locking in a moment suspended in time. Lily felt the weight of the whole room, her words spiraling up, no longer solely about her. Unspoken tensions hung in the air, thick with urgency. Would she have the courage to bridge the distance that grew like shadows between them? The clock ticked down on her family's time, and she needed not just to share her voice, but to heal the rifts of friendship and hope before it became too late. "Lily, speak from your heart." The voice of Mr. Carter echoed in her mind, urging her forward. She inhaled deeply, feeling the warmth of the coat comfort her like a shield. The looks from the other kids shifted between curiosity and concern. The gym was alive with anticipation, but Lily couldn't escape the churning in her stomach. Hi everyone," she began, her voice trembling but gaining strength. "I wanted to share something I've been thinking about." But as she glanced into the corner where Emma stood, hesitation crept back in. Emma's eyes were wide, perhaps searching for the girl she once encountered at the coat drive. The hurt was still there, raw and unhealed, but Lily remembered that shared laughter that felt like sunshine amid their clouds. It was time to step beyond her fears. I know that many of us are going through things that are hard. Like, really hard." A murmur of agreement swept through the crowd. "But look at us. We're all here, together, and we have something special. We have talent." A few kids cheered, and her voice found a rhythm. "We have stories, music, art, things we can share that show not just our struggles but our victories. Let us not hide in the shadows. Let us lift each other up." Lily's chest warmed, her words igniting a fire within her. She heard Emma whispering softly to someone beside her. Unable to hold her gaze, Lily forced her focus back to the audience. So, tonight, we have a chance to shine. Let us turn our struggles into something beautiful. The crowd erupted into applause, an unexpected wave of encouragement that lifted Lily like a breeze. She basked in it for a moment, fueled by her passion, and then she spotted Emma again. Their eyes caught a flicker of something unsaid passed between them, vulnerability, understanding, and maybe the first bloom of reconciliation. As the evening unfolded, one by one, her classmates took the stage, showcasing their hidden talents. Each act spilled stories of bravery, of finding joy in tough times, and Lily cheered for every single performance, feeling their connection deepen like roots growing through rocky soil. But when Emma finally stepped up, a sweet tremor in her voice, an electric hush fell over the gym. She cleared her throat, holding a notebook. I wrote something, she began, glancing quickly at Lily. It's about friendship. Lily held her breath, the silence heavy with unspoken apologies. Emma read her poem, words flowing like a gentle stream. It spoke of kindness, forgiveness, and the light that friendship can bring even through the darkest moments. Lily felt tears prick at her eyes, a release of the weight she carried, a weight that perhaps was hers to bear alone. When Emma finished, the gym erupted with applause, and Lily felt the urge to leap to her feet. Emma's smile sparkled in the lamplight, their bond shifting like the winter winds outside. Without thinking, Lily clasped her hands together, motioning for silence. Emma! She called out, her heart pounding. Can we sing the last song together? The suggestion hung in the air, full of uncertainty and hope. Emma's eyes widened for just a moment before a bright smile broke through like a ray of sunshine. Really? You mean it? I mean it. Lily grinned, casting away her fear. Let us do this. As they stepped into the spotlight together, the chorus of their voices brightened the dim gym with warmth. But as the last note lingered in the air, a loud crash echoed from outside. A flicker of panic ran through the crowd. What was happening now? The sound of the crash sliced through the applause, turning joy into confusion. Lily's heart raced. She could feel the collective breath of the audience held tight in their chests. Emma's eyes darted towards the entrance, her expression shifting from elation to worry, mirroring Lily's own turmoil. What was that? Someone whispered in the back. The gym buzzed with murmurs, the atmosphere thickening like fog. Let us check it out, Lily said, leaning closer to Emma, feeling a mix of excitement and dread swirling inside her. Emma nodded, clutching her notebook tightly, as if it were a lifebuoy in uncertain waters. Together, they made their way to the entrance, weaving through the crowd. The gym doors were slightly ajar, light spilling onto the floor, casting long shadows. As they reached the doors, Lily's stomach knotted. Outside, the chill of the night wrapped around them. The sky was painted deep blue, speckled with stars, but the source of the noise remained hidden. Just beyond the entrance, the sounds of laughter echoed faintly, laced with screams of surprise. The air shifted, thick with tension. Did something terrible happen? What if it's bad? Emma asked, her voice barely a whisper. We won't know until we look, Lily replied, forcing a smile to calm her racing heart. Besides, we're in this together. Emma took a slow breath, then pushed the doors open wider. They stepped out into the night, the cool air tinged with the scent of pine and the promise of adventure. The sight before them was surprising. A group of classmates had gathered around, eyes wide, laughter spilling out like a burst of confetti. In the center of it all was a large box, tipped over, its contents spilling onto the ground, balloons, streamers, and snacks from the party planning committee. What happened? Lily asked, stepping closer. One of her classmates, Tommy, grinned and gestured dramatically at the box. We thought it was going to float into the gym. But it just crashed right here instead. The tension broke like a wave, laughter rising among the group, washing away the fear Lily had felt just moments ago. She glanced over at Emma, whose face lit up with a smile. The worry they had shared transformed into amused relief, and for a moment, it felt like the world was simply filled with possibilities again. "Can you imagine?" shouted another student, grabbing a blue balloon and holding it proudly aloft. A balloon parade gone wrong. As they laughed and played, an idea sparked in Lily's mind. Why not make this a part of the night? An unexpected celebration. She raised her voice, "Let's put those balloons to good use. Who's with me?" Cheers erupted, and a burst of energy surged through the crowd. Tommy passed her a handful of balloons, and Lily, fueled by a surge of courage, started tossing them into the air. The colors danced in the moonlight, creating a spectacle of joy against the dark. Emma grabbed Lily's hand, her laughter mixing with the effervescence of the moment. "You're unstoppable!" she cheered. The gym was now filled with sounds of celebration, a mix of voices, laughter, and the soft melody of the last song still echoing in their hearts. Lily felt alive, tethered to this moment, to her friends, understanding now that it wasn't just about overcoming fear, but about finding joy together, even in unforeseen chaos. But just as everything seemed brighter, a shadow loomed behind the festivities, a figure standing quietly, arms crossed. It was Mr. Carter, his brows drawn tight. "Everyone. A moment," he called, his voice cutting through the laughter like a knife. A hush fell over the crowd again, and Lily's heart sank. What could he want? Why did it feel like their moment was about to end? What was he about to say? Mr. Carter's presence sent a ripple of unease through the crowd. Silence stretched like a rubber band before snapping back with tension. The spill of laughter faded, replaced by curious whispers and anxious glances. Lily's heart pounded. What could he possibly want to say at a time like this? "Listen up, everyone." Mr. Carter's authoritative tone held their attention. "I know you're all excited about the unexpected diversion, but we need to focus on the end of the night properly. We have a few important announcements." His eyes softened as he scanned the faces before him. "But first, I want to commend you all on how you handled that surprise with such grace. You turned a potential disaster into something beautiful." The crowd relaxed slightly, exchanging relieved smiles. Lily couldn't help but feel a swell of pride. They had turned a scary moment into something magical. It felt like they were reclaiming the night. "Now, before we discuss the awards for the best performances tonight, I want to share something special." He paused, his expression turning serious. "A story from my own life." The murmurs quieted to soft gasps of interest. Lily exchanged a glance with Emma, both intrigued and eager. "When I was just a little older than you," Mr. Carter began, "I found myself in a similar situation. A party gone wrong. I was so embarrassed that I thought I'd crawl under a rock and hide. But that night taught me something powerful. I realized that sometimes the best memories come from unexpected chaos, from not being in control." A knowing smile broke on his face. "That night, I learned that no storm lasts forever. Hope does find a way to shine through if you let it. I want you never to forget that." The crowd absorbed his words like a warm embrace, and Lily felt a comforting warmth spread through her chest. She sensed the shared understanding, the recognition that life's bumps made them stronger together. "Now, let us celebrate what we've achieved tonight," he prompted, the tension easing with a renewed sense of joy. "Let us announce the winners." Cheers erupted again, breaking the tension, and that spark reignited the excitement in everyone's hearts. Tommy dashed to the center, his face bright. "I know how we can spread even more joy. Let us have a balloon battle. Team Red versus Team Blue." He took a step back, arm raised high in the air, eyes glimmering with enthusiasm. "Great idea. Count me in." Someone shouted, and soon, every voice joined in. Lily felt herself being swept along in the infectious energy. She grabbed a stack of balloons, her competitive spirit ignited. "I'll grab the red ones." Who wants to join? Emma laughed as she scrambled. I'm in. Wait until they see our strategy. The thrill of competition buzzed around them as everyone broke off into teams, their laughter echoing in the crisp night air. Before long, the gym doors opened wide again, revealing a sea of colors drifting toward the sky. Cheers and playful shouts intermingled in a sweet symphony of youth and joy. As Lily readied her handful of balloons, she felt something shift inside her. In the face of uncertainty, they were creating not just a moment, but a memory. It felt alive, electric, like magic. But as the first balloon soared high, something caught her eye on the edge of the crowd, a girl standing apart, watching hesitantly. The flicker of loneliness in her gaze pulled at Lily's heart. Hey! Come join us. Lily called out, waving the girl over. Would she join them, or would the moment slip away? The girl hesitated, inching closer but stopping short, her hands fidgeting with the hem of her sweater. She seemed caught between wanting to connect and being afraid to step into the circle of laughter. Lily felt the warmth of their celebration battling against the chill of isolation that wrapped around the girl. What's your name? Lily called again, trying to bridge the gap. Sarah, the girl replied, her voice barely rising above the festive noise. Come on, Sarah. Emma chimed in, her enthusiasm infectious. We need one more person for Team Red. For a moment, Sarah looked down, the shadows of doubt creeping across her face. But then, something flickered in her eyes, a glimmer of courage, perhaps? Lily smiled encouragingly, hoping to draw her in. It'll be fun. We can take on those blue balloons together. With an almost imperceptible nod, Sarah stepped forward. There was a determination in her eyes now, a willingness to leave behind her hesitation. The crowd welcomed her with cheers, and a small smile crept across Sarah's face as she moved into the throng. Lily felt an inexplicable joy surge within her. It was as if their celebration had transformed not just the night, but potentially Sarah's outlook as well. The music blared again, and the teams assembled. Tommy led them in a cheer, brandishing his blue balloons as if they were banners of victory. Let us show them what we've got. Ready. Set. Go. With that, the battle erupted. Balloons flew helplessly through the air, colors colliding and laughter ringing out, mixing with delighted squeals. Lily threw herself into the chaos, dodging a barrage of blue balloons. She glanced over at Sarah and saw her laughing, her initial shyness melting away as she empowered herself through their shared laughter. The ice had shattered, part of the night's magic was that they reminded each other of who they could be. Just as a red balloon burst all around them, Sarah grabbed onto Lily's arm, her eyes wide with wonder. I never thought I'd have so much fun doing this. She exclaimed, her laughter bright and free. Lily beamed back, her heart swelling. I'm so glad you joined us. But the battle took an unexpected turn. As the sky lit up with a few remaining balloons drifting away, a sudden sound cut through the joyous noise. A sharp gasp echoed from the far side of the gym, drawing everyone's attention. Lily's head whipped around, and she noticed a small group of students gathered. The mixture of surprise and distress formed a knot in her stomach. What was happening now? Look! Someone shouted, pointing. Lily's heart raced. A solitary balloon floated dangerously close to a cluster of wires hanging from the ceiling. It was headed straight toward the string lights. Panic rippled through the crowd, laughter dying in a heartbeat. Lily felt the weight of the moment shift, tension thick in the air. As the balloon drew nearer, the cheerful energy seemed to fade away, a palpable fear replacing it. Would the night be ruined yet again? But in that moment of uncertainty, Lily felt a spark of determination. Could they save the celebration before it turned into chaos again? Maybe, just maybe, they had the power to pull it back together. Would they rise to the occasion once more? Lily's heart raced as she scanned the room, searching for a solution. The balloon was gliding closer to those precarious wires, its looming threat hanging over them like a dark shadow. She could feel the collective holding of breath, even the laughter had faded, replaced by whispers of worry. "Sarah! We need to do something!" Lily shouted, her voice cutting through the uneasy silence. The urgency in her tone sparked a response from the others. "What should we do?" Tommy asked, glancing between Lily and the balloon. "Everyone. Grab a balloon and aim for that one." Lily pointed, her desperation driving her words. Without hesitation, the students scrambled for their balloons. She could see Sarah's determination now. No longer hiding in doubt, she swiftly picked up a red balloon, her brow furrowed in concentration. "On 3. 1, 2, 3. Lily called, her heart hammering as all the kids hurled their balloons toward the floating menace. A flurry of colors erupted in the air as the balloons soared and collided, a final desperate attempt to save their celebration. Lily held her breath, her eyes following the tired balloon as it bobbed along, still inching closer to destruction. Then, with one final push, a red balloon struck it just in the nick of time, sending it spiraling away from the wires. Cheers erupted around her, relief washed over the crowd. "Did we do it?" Sarah shouted, wide-eyed. "Yes!" Lily exclaimed, adrenaline surging through her. "We did it!" The celebration came roaring back to life, laughter spilling forth like joyful music, a wave of relief carrying them in its rhythm. Sarah's face lit up, and Lily couldn't help but smile. In that moment, they weren't just onlookers, they were heroes in their own story. The sense of community pulsed like an electric current, connecting everyone in a shared victory. "Can you believe it?" Sarah beamed, her earlier hesitance completely gone. "I didn't think we could actually stop it. Teamwork wins every time." Lily replied, overflowing with pride. "You were amazing, Sarah." A flicker of pride filled Sarah's cheeks as she grinned back, unsure, yet undeniably empowered. It was remarkable how a simple balloon battle had transformed a moment of uncertainty into one of unity. As the fun resumed, the air shimmered with laughter and joy. Colors danced in the gym, but beneath the surface, a deeper shift had happened. They weren't just another group of kids at a party, they were friends, bound by the experience. Lily wandered through the laughter, feeling light, almost buoyant. She caught glimpses of Sarah laughing freely now, her joy infectious. It was like watching a flower bloom, petals unfurling one by one. But as she turned to join Emma for another round of balloon tossing, something caught her eye. A child standing off to the side, tears streaking down their face. Confusion furrowed Lily's brow. Why were they sad during such a happy moment? "Hey," she said gently, approaching the child. "What's wrong?" The child sniffled, struggling to wipe away tears. "I didn't get to join in the game, I just wanted to play." Lily's heart sank. She could see the same isolation that had once enveloped Sarah. A different kind of fear bubbled inside her. Would she find the courage to pull yet another person into the warmth? "Let us go get you a balloon," Lily said. But as they walked together, doubt crept back in. Would she have the same magic to share? The atmosphere of happiness hummed in the background, but a new challenge loomed ahead. The night was rich with possibilities, and with each step, the weight of responsibility settled on her shoulders. Could she do it again? Could she help another soul find their light? The night was far from over. Lily led the child through the sea of laughter, her heart thumping louder with each step. She felt the lightness of the celebration pull her in one direction, while the heaviness of doubt tugged her back. What if this moment didn't turn out as she hoped? "What's your name?" she asked gently, trying to break the child's sadness. "Emily," the girl whispered, her voice barely escaping the lump in her throat. "Well, Emily, I think we need to find the biggest, brightest balloon here just for you," Lily said, trying to inject some excitement into the moment. She wanted to bring Emily along on this wave of joy that had washed over everyone else. Really? Emily's eyes widened with a flicker of hope, though the tears still shimmered in the corners. Absolutely. Come on. Lily encouraged, beckoning Emily to follow. As they navigated through the vibrant crowd, Lily felt her own determination grow. The more she engaged with Emily, the more she saw the loneliness begin to lift from the girl's shoulders. They reached the balloon pile, a vivid cascade of colors waiting to be chosen. Which one do you want? Lily asked, her own excitement bubbling over. Emily pointed tentatively to a bright purple balloon. Its color seemed to resonate with a hint of courage. Lily picked it up and handed it to her, surprised at how light the weight of the balloon felt in her hands. Here you go. Now, hold it tight. Lily instructed, grinning. It's like holding onto a piece of happiness. Emily clutched the balloon as if it were a precious treasure, her stiff features softening into a small smile. Thank you, Lily, she said, her voice a bit stronger now. We should get you in the action. Lily proposed, glancing back at the group of kids tossing their balloons around. There was a spark in Emily's eyes that Lily longed to ignite further. Okay, Emily murmured uncertainly, flickers of doubt still clouding her spirit. But there was something different now, something that told Lily she could make this work. As they approached the rest of the kids, Lily took a deep breath and called out, "Hey everyone. Let's welcome Emily to the fun." The laughter died down momentarily as curious faces turned to see what Lily was up to. "Who's ready for some balloon throwing?" she added, her voice ringing with enthusiasm. The kids cheered, transforming the ripple of hesitation into an inviting wave. Lily threw a balloon toward the crowd, sparking an impromptu game, and she nudged Emily forward, encouraging her with a bright smile. With a little encouragement, Emily launched her purple balloon high into the air. It floated, catching the light, and the children erupted with a chorus of cheers. "See? You did it!" Lily exclaimed, her heart swelling at the sight of Emily's beaming face. In that moment, the initial shroud of sadness lifted, revealing the joy underneath. "I really did." Emily laughed, a sound so sweet it felt like music. The party resumed around them, but for Lily and Emily, their moment of connection became a world unto its own. Each balloon tossed in the air felt like another barrier being broken down. But just as Lily began to bask in this new bond, Emily's laughter broke off. She stood frozen, staring across the gym. "Lily, look!" Lily followed her gaze, her heart sinking as she spotted a group of older kids snickering in the corner, their eyes fixed on Emily. "Why are they laughing at me?" Emily's voice trembled, the confidence she had just moments before flickering like a candle in the wind. Lily felt that familiar surge of protectiveness bubble inside her. She couldn't let this new spark of hope fizzle out. "They don't know the real you, Emily. Let us show them." But how? As she thought, a plan began to form. She could feel the weight of responsibility again, but this time, she didn't want to just support someone, she wanted to stand up. "Let us challenge them," Lily said, her own heart racing, refusing to let fear win. Emily looked at her, confusion mixing with fear. "Challenge them to what?" "To the best balloon toss competition. Are you in?" As the two girls shared a look of uncertainty and determination, they both knew there was no turning back now. The night held endless possibilities, but this challenge could bring them even closer. Could the two of them truly turn the tide and face the snickering crowd together? Lily took a step closer to Emily, gripping her hand tightly, feeling the warmth of their brief but growing friendship. The challenge needed a spark, a catalyst that would motivate both of them to rise against the laughter that echoed in the gym. "Let us show them what we've got," Lily exclaimed, her voice steady but loud enough to attract attention. The snickering group had caught wind of their conversation, and their heads turned, intrigued. "What's going on, Lily?" One of the older kids called out, arms crossed and a smirk plastered across his face. "Are you really going to challenge us?" "Yes." Emily and I are calling for a balloon toss competition. Lily shouted, her confidence building as she spoke. And we're going to win. The crowd murmured, surprise washing over them. Emily's grip loosened a bit as confusion danced in her eyes. But what if we lose? She whispered, glancing at the older kids who were already sizing them up, laughing under their breath like sharks waiting to eat their prey. Winning doesn't matter, Lily quickly replied, kneeling down to meet Emily's gaze. What matters is that we face them together. Just like that purple balloon. It takes courage to fly high, and we have it. Shaking off the doubt swirling in Emily's heart, determination replaced it like a fresh breeze. Okay, I'm in, she said, her voice clearer now. Lily's heart soared. Great. Let us show them what we can do. The buzz among the kids grew, curiosity overshadowing the previous mockery. Some began to gather, eager to see what would unfold. The older kids exchanged looks, surprise morphing into something more competitive. Alright, if you really want to challenge us, bring it on. The smirk on the lead kid's face slipped a bit into seriousness. How many throws can you make without dropping the balloon? Best out of 3. Lily shouted back, trying to rally the crowd behind her. She could feel the eyes watching them, some sympathetic, some curious. Fine. But when we win, you'll have to stand up and admit we're better. The boy said, masking his growing panic under a forced laugh. Emily, clutching her purple balloon tightly, put her other hand on her hip. And when we win, you all have to cheer for us. Deal. The challenge was set, and within moments, 2 teams formed. Lily and Emily stood side by side, tethered by a bond that was quickly solidifying in this moment of vulnerability. The first toss began, laughter puncturing the air as they took their positions, balloons in hand. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. A countdown started, and both teams focused, leaning into the thrill of the moment. 1, 2, 3. Balloon after balloon, laughter rose with the balmy air, each successful catch bringing a sense of pride. Emily felt the gravity of her fears dissolve, her giggles burst free, matching Lily's excitement. But disaster struck as one balloon slipped through Emily's fingers, floating up, away from her grasp. Time slowed as she watched it drift higher. Her eyes watered, fear prickling at the edges of her joy. Lily quickly reached out, don't look at the sky. Look at us. Emily snapped back, finding her partner's unwavering gaze. The cheer and laughter of the crowd buzzed around them like bees, but in that moment, the noise faded until only Lily's encouragement rang clear. Remember, it's not just about winning, it's about how we fly together. With those words, Emily felt something shift inside her. She smiled wide, balloon in hand, ready to toss again. Just as the game reached its peak, a sharp sound cut through the warm breeze. A balloon burst, sending colors splattering across the floor. Gasps echoed, and Lily's heart dropped. The little spark they had created felt threatened, suddenly shaky amidst the chaos. Lily, what if we can't do this? Emily's voice was small, doubt creeping in again. Lily knelt beside her, unwavering. We will. Just trust me. As they prepared for their next throw, all eyes sharpened on them, waiting to see if they could shake off the pressure of expectation. Would they rise above the laughter or sink into uncertainty? The moment felt pivotal. Could they really conquer the crowd, or would Emily's flicker of hope dim once more? The tension was thick in the air as the countdown resumed. Lily and Emily stood face to face, the remnants of burst balloon confetti swaying with the breeze around them. Each second felt like an eternity, the crowd whispering, breaths caught in anticipation. Just when doubt threatened to creep back in, Lily squeezed Emily's hand tighter. Okay, ready? She asked, her eyes sparkling with determination. Emily nodded, though nervousness fluttered in her stomach like butterflies. She couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, not just by the older kids, but by everyone who had gathered. It felt like the whole world rested on the outcome of this challenge. Let us do it. She replied, her voice bolstered by the fire Lily had ignited. Lily took a deep breath, and the world around them melted away, fading into a blur. In that moment, it was just the two of them against everything. She held her balloon tightly, eyes on the horizon, not willing to let fear win again. 1, 2, 3. They tossed their balloons with a synchronized motion, laughter mingling with cheers. It was beautiful, a perfect throw, and they both caught their balloons with ease. The crowd erupted into applause, excitement thickening the atmosphere. Emily felt her courage swell, fueled by every joyful shout. "See? We got this!" Lily shouted, bouncing on her feet, and Emily couldn't help but laugh, the sound bubbling up from deep within her. The thrill of competition faded, replaced by the warmth of camaraderie. The game rolled on, back and forth, with each successful toss building their confidence. They were no longer just two girls standing alone against a sea of doubt, they were a team. Emily began to feel less like an outsider, the laughter of the crowd wrapping around her like a warm blanket, but then, another balloon fell victim to the unpredictable wind. This time, it was Lily's turn to falter. The balloon slipped from her hands, soaring into the air like a distant star, vanishing before they could even react. Instantly, Lily's face fell, and Emily's heart sank right alongside her partner's. "Come on, Lily. We can do this," Emily encouraged, desperation creeping into her voice. She reached for Lily's hand, trying to share the strength she felt. Lily took a slow breath, her earlier excitement dampened by the sudden misstep. "I'm sorry, Em. I thought we had it," her voice barely above a whisper. "No. We do have it," Emily replied, her determination flaring at the edges. "It's not just about how many we throw. It's about how we bounce back. Right?" The words hit Lily like a wave. Emily was right. Their challenge wasn't just against the older kids, it was against the doubts that threatened to shatter their newfound bond. She nodded, feeling a rush of warmth. If Emily believed it, then so would she. With renewed determination, they stepped back into the circle, balloons ready once again. The crowd's murmurs shifted, more hopeful than mocking, as if they could sense the energy building between the girls. "Okay, ready? We're doing this!" Lily shouted, the fire returning to her voice. With another countdown, they tossed and caught their balloons, one after the other. Each catch felt like a victory, building to a crescendo of laughter and cheers. The crowd was no longer hooting at them but cheering them on, hearts beginning to change. "Best out of 3. Emily shouted, her spirit buoyed. She could feel the rhythm flowing, the gathered kids leaning in, but then, competition's edge sparked again as the lead boy shouted, "This isn't over until you admit we're better." Lily met his eyes, a fearless glint shining back. "We'll show you. And if we win, you'll eat your words." The crowd gasped, excitement renewing like a fresh breeze. Emily caught Lily's eye, their connection solidifying. Together, they could face anything. But before they could launch their next toss, something flickered across the older boy's face, an unexpected flash of uncertainty. "What was that look?" Emily whispered. "Maybe he's not as confident as he pretends to be," Lily replied, curiosity bubbling. There was more to uncover. Here. As the game continued, and balloons flew back and forth, the stakes were rising not just in the challenge but in understanding where they each stood in a world filled with laughter and judgment. Could they truly turn the tide, and would the older kids, especially the lead boy, surprise everyone with a sky of possibilities? Lily and Emily stood together, breaths mingling with the cool night air. The crowd had shifted from spectators to allies, their cheers echoing like a chorus of hope. Each balloon tossed added to a tapestry of resilience weaving through the gym. But in that charged atmosphere, the stakes felt higher than just a playful competition. The weight of expectations bore down, yet a flicker of determination ignited something deeper in both girls. "Let us go, team!" Lily rallied, her heart racing as the crowd buzzed around them, excitement palpable. With every successful toss, the girls grew bolder, laughter spilling between them like sunlight breaking through clouds. Then came the moment they had both been waiting for, the final round. One last chance to show the world that they could shine together. Ready? Lily smiled, her voice infused with confidence. Emily nodded, her face a mix of determination and joy. 1, 2, 3. With a synchronized effort, they launched their balloons high. Cheers erupted as they snatched their colored orbs from the air, the crowd's roar amplifying their triumph. But just as they celebrated, a sharp whistle cut through the joyous excitement. The lead boy, unable to let go of his bravado, shouted out, "You think you're clever? This is just kid stuff." Their laughter faltered momentarily, but in that fleeting silence, something deep within Emily flickered. "Lily, let us show them what we're really made of," she said, her resolve hardening. Energy coursed through her. She wanted more than just victory, she wanted validation for every kid who felt invisible, for every moment someone felt isolated. "Challenge accepted," Lily called, and the faces in the crowd mirrored her newfound fire. The boy laughed derisively, but the doubt that had wrapped around him was starting to ebb away. Perhaps he sensed the change, perhaps he felt the pressure of the crowd expecting something deeper than mere competition. With renewed spirits, they agreed upon a final challenge, a creative twist. "Let us see who can create the best balloon sculpture. We'll build something that shows what friendship really is," Lily announced, her heart pounding with a blend of excitement and fear. The crowd roared in approval. The boy hesitated, his earlier bravado faltering. "All right, fine," he declared, but his enthusiasm lacked conviction. Lily could see the cracks in his confidence. He knew they were doing something beyond just winning or losing. Settling in, Lily and Emily grabbed clusters of balloons, laughter spilling over as they crafted their masterpiece, a colorful flower growing tall from the earth, symbolic of their journey together. The music swelled, amplifying the joy of creation, surrounding them in a bubble of camaraderie. As they worked together, Emily's nervousness fell away, leaving only the joy of participation. She glanced at Lily, feeling the warmth of friendship pulsing between them. "This is amazing." Emily laughed, "We're really doing this." "Of course. And no matter the outcome, we're showing everyone what it means to lift each other up," Lily replied, her heart full. Meanwhile, the older boy had gathered his own team, yet the atmosphere was different now. Their laughter was tinged with uncertainty, a struggle to hold on to a facade of confidence. As he glanced briefly at Lily and Emily's flower, doubt flickered in his eyes, illuminating the fear lurking beneath bravado. At last, they unveiled their creation side by side. The crowd gasped at the vibrancy of their balloon flower, while the other team presented their half-hearted attempt, a sad balloon dog barely standing. The contrast spoke volumes. There was magic in connection. Lily and Emily's teamwork had drawn out more than just color, it showcased heart. The crowd erupted in joy, chants of Team Flower ringing through the gym. Even the older boy's laughter shifted, it was clearer now, no longer mocking, but lighter. He offered a shy smile, as if conceding defeat yet savoring the warmth of shared laughter. In that moment, among flowers and laughter, bridges began to form. Lily and Emily's victory was not simply about balloons, it was an awakening, a reminder that joy can arise from adversity, that it's okay to stumble, to reach out for another's hand. As the festivities continued into the night, Lily caught the eyes of many, her friends, her classmates, even the boy who initially scorned her ideas. They all felt it, the warmth spreading through the gym, a spirit that connected them all. Lily turned to Emily, tears of joy brimming in her eyes. "We did it. Together, we changed everything." Emily nodded, her smile radiant, blissful, and as the cheer fell over them like glittering confetti, the spirit of unity held them close. The struggles that brought them down were lingering shadows now, light breaking through to show what was possible. It was in this moment, surrounded by laughter and balloons, that Lily realized, every fight against her fears, every chance taken to help another, had unfolded into something extraordinary. They hadn't just built a flower from balloons, they had cultivated friendship, warmth, and hope. As the night wrapped around them, Lily knew one thing was crystal clear: they had transformed confusion into clarity, and fear into fortitude. Now, dear friends, if you're feeling inspired by this story, you need to subscribe now to not miss the next exclusive stories. This is the moment to show your support. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm. Comment below and share your reactions and feelings about this empowering ending. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. Join our community of positivity and connection.